What's up, guys? Brian here. Just wanted to show you guys. Got the CB up there mounted. Yeah, buddy. Also, kind of wanted to show you how I went about figuring out how to wire this CB in. Basically, I took this little light tester and I clipped this onto, you know, a ground. I just clipped it onto a bolt that was up here, you know, just right up there, just a bolt. And then what I did was I started testing all these wires to figure out which wire was a hot wire, and you know, that's pretty much what I did to figure out which wire was hot. And this just happens to be the hot wire right here. So let me just show you. Oh, see, not lit up right now. I gotta turn the battery switch on. Give me a second. Okay, now that the battery switch is on, this is grounded. See? So that wire right there has power to it. As soon as the battery switches on, that light has power to it. Right? I tested all the other wires, none of them had power. Basically, you know by just touching this. If it doesn't light up, there's no power. Or the ground on this isn't connected good. So that's kind of what you that's how you diagnose basically how to you know, find a power wire. At least that's how I found it. One thing I wanted to show you guys, I mounted the antenna. Got the antenna up there, nice and solid. I zip tied it right here. One of the depressing things that I ran into today, or not today, but the day I was working on it, was I wanted to go in through that hole right there. There's a hole right there. I wanted the cable to go in through there, but the problem is let me show you. These screws right here are on so tight, like, and they're rusted on. I'll probably end up stripping them off, getting them on there, which, you know, and then the wire would have to come down this column right here, and then come out, and then come back up and around, which, you know, that's a lot of wire, which that's not really a good excuse, but I kind of took the easy way, and what I did is we drilled a hole, and I took a washer or a rubber grommet and put that in there, and that's nice and snug, so that ain't gonna leak ever, you know. And I got enough cable there that it's not snug. So yeah, that was the easy way. You know, is it the right way? All the semis at work, that's how they do it. They don't go through the door. But yeah, and then I got it ran all the way down through here. And I'll show you guys how I this is a coax cable. It's really simple. There's only two wires coming out of this. You got the ground, which is on the outside, and then you got the main antenna wire, which is in the center, right? And it's really simple. I'll just show you guys real quick since I got you on here. Okay. This is the coax connector. Let me set you guys down right here and I'll show you. Excuse my mess, please. Give me a second. Smashed my thumb the other day using that impact gun in a swivel socket. Destroyed my finger. Anyways. So the wire comes through here, comes out of here, comes into here. The ground gets soldered onto this outside right here. where all this solder is. And then the positive wire comes through here. And what you do is you fill this thing up with solder, hot, and then you poke the wire in. And this right here is some sort of insulator. I'm guessing it's probably some sort of ceramic insulator, I would guess, because you got to heat that up pretty hot for the wire to solder in there. So yeah, that's pretty much how that's gonna go. It's got to be soldered, can't be crimped. Soldering is the best connection. So yeah, that's pretty much how that works, guys. I thought I'd show you that real quick before I actually, you know, do it, put it together. And then that screws on tight, you know, and then boom, you have your connector. Anyways, that's that for right now. I'm a really redneck. Let me show you what I did today, guys. This, I don't know if any of you guys have seen these hoses before. These go to the splitter, right? See how it's kinked? It's kinked right there. So that allows air to not pass through there, right? And the reason it's kinked is because the guys who put this thing together didn't put a shim. They didn't put a thing inside of there. Well, that's not the real reason. It's just kinked because it was a bad angle. But also, they should have put a metal thing in there. You can reuse these. I'll just show you real quick how I did it. I do not recommend reusing these, but if you're like, you know, at wit's end, this is how you do it. You take your lighter, you know, or whatever you want to use, and then you take your pliers, right? You take your pliers first, and then what you do is you blast this thing real quick, melt the hose, pull that out, boom. Then you can slide the new one in. It ain't going to be easy to slide it in, but if you're in a pinch, literally a pinch, you can make it happen that way. Do I recommend doing this? No, I don't recommend it. I recommend you buy something like this. This is the newer style connector. And what you do is, see how it has this little thing in here? You slide the hose in over that. Then when you tighten this down, it crimps the hose in there with these little teeth right there. Those little flex teeth. These are the better style connectors, I think, compared to these ones. Basically, these ones you put the hose in, and then there's supposed to be a little tiny hose that goes inside of the hose, and then you tighten this on and it tightens it. But they didn't use the inserts in the hoses, which what happens is if you don't use the tiny insert, what happens is you put this hose in there, right? Then what happens is the hose will get crimped, and it won't have the airflow that it needs. That's the problem with these type of connectors. These ones are better because they have this little, they already have that right there. Let me show you how this works real quick. I might as well show you. Got you on here. See this? That goes inside of there to prevent it from collapsing. See? See how that works? And then this goes over and tightens down on those little ears. Anyways, thought I'd show you that, guys. Thought I would show you that. I like these style better personally. Alright, Catch you later.
Pound that like button. Pound that subscribe button. Comment, share this on your social media site of preference.